Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we are back for some more in the Ni No Kuni and the Wrath of the White Witch. And if you didn't miss out during the last one, well, we just went and battled out with the Porco Loco machine tank that was happening around over here. And we already went and battled out with the pre-version of this guy, but he just has some newer movesets that are alongside with them. I believe he does have a way more powerful type of running over tactic that he likes to go and do. So just be careful with that, and just kind of just make sure that you stay far away from whenever that does go on from there. But since everything is now cleared up here within the Three Kingdoms, and also Hamlin is back together once again, we can now go and talk back over here to where Horace is going to be and continue onwards with his different riddles. Now, here we are right now. This is for the continuation of it, and I believe this is where we're going to be picking up with another special password here to unlock with another spell, which I would like to go and say that this has something to do with, well, searching for the different chests that are going to be around within the different areas, I think. Now, this would have been something pretty nice to actually go and use around within some of the different other dungeon exploration throughout here. But you know what? At least we have it now, so that if we ever do go and start showing up to where the White Witch dungeon is going to be, which that is the final area of our time, hopefully to go and find where those chests are going to be shouldn't be all that too bad. But here we are now. We're starting to move off into our way into where the place of the area of where Yoel's going to be. And now this is another spot to go and find Horace. Now I believe he's actually located right in where the Elder is going to be. And let's see what he also has to go and say about with here. Now I believe for what his password is known as something known as Blizzard Bloom or something like that. So make sure that you go and add that as a password from there, and then he should give you his next spell that is happening. But within these two videos for today, not only are we going to be doing our time with just only with Ni No Kuni and the Wrath of the White Witch, but we are also, of course, going to be going and jumping on into some more of our time within Ocarina of Time, of course. And now, within Ocarina of Time, we are going to be moving off into the Adult Link portion part of the actual Spirit Temple itself, and also try to pick up with the Mirror Shield at the very end, just so that we can at least say that we have it in our disposal, and we can go and use it for the last little part of the dungeon before we go and start reaching on it into our way of where Twin Rova is going to be, because I'm gonna probably need to do a little bit of some research to figure out how that boss battle is gonna rework again. I know that you have to use the Mirror Shield, and I think you kind of have to hit Twin Rova in the opposite side of the different elements, because Twin Rova does deal with fire and ice, and you kind of want to mismatch between the two, and then you can be able to get the damage off, so that you can be able to at least try to weaken them out. But since we already got ourselves with that new spell, we're going to go and move off into the next location, because now we're going to be jumping into where Perdaya is going to be. Now, there is actually two different things that we can actually go and do here in Perdaya, and I totally forgot around with the second type of thing that we can actually go and do here. And now, of course, if you go back to the Swiss solutions, and I'm pretty sure it's any type of Swiss solutions that you go and basically do around over here, you can actually go and claim some merit point rewards, which you can actually go and use those as a special type of feature for the characters that you're going to be having around out here, such as with Oliver as well too. Now, we'll go and show that off to you guys, but remember, like, all those bounty hunting missions that, like, we've been through, and we got, like, every single time that we went to complete out with one of those, like, merit cards, we get, like, an extra type of point that happens every so often. Now, even though that we do get rewards for, like, items and everything, well, there's also the special features that also happen as well, too. And we'll be checking that out here. So here's the password for what this one is. This is Jabal al-Dukan. I believe this is someone that I think Horace may probably want us to go and try to riddle around out here with. But since we got that one correct, he will give us now the Veil type of spell, so very interesting with that. Now, he did give us another spell, which I think it was known as Vacant. I don't know if you guys have already saw that there from this point of what is happening, or maybe from the previous episode, but I guess Vacant kind of helps you out, I guess, within, like, different dungeons. Like, if you get, like, yourself, like, completely, like, I want to say somewhat relatively lost in a certain area, you can just kind of use that as, like, an escape rope or something. So, interesting on that. But, so, we're not done just yet here with Horace, because we need to go and return back to Ding Dong Dell. And that should be the last, well, I want to say the last point in time before we go and see Horace in his adult type of state that's going to happen, because I believe he's going to be a little bit older when we go and head over to the White Witch area, which that's really strange, though. I wonder how that's going to be like. But yeah, so here are the actual merit stamp reward points that we can go and do. And we got ourselves with a jack in a box, which it makes easier for you to sneak up on enemies from behind, which that should have been something that we literally should have gotten at the very beginning. We also got ourselves, used up another merit point for some extra more EXP type of stuff, which that should have been something right there to go and also pick up too, because you know what? Having all those tokos right there would have been something very handy to go and try to use that special feature for, but it's already too late as it is. But, you know, we still got a little bit of some extra more time here throughout the other world before we start reaching off into the final dungeon. So I may probably go and maybe battle out some other little last bit of some other tokos beforehand. So now, I believe what is going to happen here is that Horace is going to be wanting us to, I want to say, decipher some letters, I think. And now you don't really have to go and do this though. But basically, if you decide to go into your wizard companion and actually decipher on what Horace wants you to go and do, you just type in unleash, and then that will basically give you the thunderstorm spell, which now have been something really handy to go and literally use that within our time of the undead Hamlin boss, but already too late. But it's okay, we still have it though. So now Horace is going to be letting us know that that the reason on how he passed away was because of the ash. So at least now we at least kind of know a little bit about like what his backstory is all about there. Because we never really understood about how, like, Horace, like, became a ghost to begin with. But now, what is going to happen here is that I think we're going to be taking a little bit of a way back over to the Iron Wyvern, I think. And from there, we're going to go and meet up with Tengri once again, and we are going to go and fly up into the sky. Now, I don't think I've ever showed you guys the Iron Wyvern, but there it is right there. So it's right in front of us, but we're going to go and move off into Nazcaa, which I believe that is the next location on where we need to go and reach off into it. There is going to be some new familiars that are going to be there, and we'll be checking around over within this spot. Now, this area in particular for this secretive island, or this island that is like super far away, you can actually use Tengri out here, because this is the only way that you can only be able to access the spot. You can't really use a ship or anything. It's just like right here. Now you see that type of column that's right there. I believe that's where we kind of have to reach off within to just somewhere around within that area. But now we just need to kind of just find a nice good landing spot somewhere. Now I believe you have to land exactly where Tengri is going to be, like where his little symbol statue is going to be, because there's going to be a lot of different like sculptures and other things, or different like drawings that are around out here, and that's where you want to go and put Tengri, is right there into that spot. Now we're just going to have to just walk around a little bit and just get to explore within this place and see what's it all about. Now, this is the type of OST that you would normally get to explore around, and so the like other islands that are around out here. I never really got to go and show off those to you guys, except for I think at least one, right? Like I'm pretty sure I at least showed you one island that was out here so far, and that was for meeting up with all the different friendly familiars. But now we got ourselves with some new guys here. Now, we've seen these enemies, I think, in their pre-form, but not really in their newest type of form right here. But these guys are going to be a little bit more annoying, but hopefully we can still be able to go and knock them out. Now, there is going to be a new one of those salamander evolutions known as a Petra Alamander or something, or Petramander. But again, those guys are really not all that too bad though, either. But we're almost done with the episode. But I really kind of like how this whole area is like all about, because like when you start walking like throughout more of this island, you get to see like a whole bunch of other different drawings that are here, because not just only Tengri is also like been driven or drawn, I guess, not driven, but drawn around out here. Like on this island, but the rest of the other summons have also been in this drawing as well too. So we're gonna go and keep on heading down a little bit more down here. So yeah, so there's also some of the mega lists that you could go and battle if you need to. We already went and already have our own mega list, so that's something that's already a repeat familiar. So we aren't gonna really meet up with those guys for right now. But here's these guys though. Let's go and run on into where this is gonna happen. Now here's the Egyptian. Neat, nice little funny pun right there. So I guess these are like the next evolutions from those egg guys that we saw back over at the Tombstone Trail. Let's see, who are we gonna go and attack out with first? Probably go for that Petromander because he's like right in front of us. I was kind of deciding on like who I was gonna like try to hit off with first, but since Petromander is like right in front of us, I don't really want to get myself completely destroyed. Oh, look at that! There's an actual orb right there. Oh, well, it's already too late now. I thought Barker was going to probably start lining up on some damage there, but nope, not going to happen. But there we go, a nice little quick level up right there. And we also got ourselves with, I think that should be Swain's last bit of his different movesets right there. That's Rock Shot. And here we are over at the last little part. And I think this is where we're going to end things off here for today. See you guys then. And of course, peace.